Right, 13 October 2025, and today I'm excited to be giving you the morning update, which is the trending news across our region and also in Africa. So let's quickly go through what is going on. Today is a very busy day. I'll be back here around 9 so that I can give you an update on the burial of the late national hero Mpandasekwa Mujeri. So I'm going to be giving you an update within the next 2 or 3 hours. So let's quickly look at what is going to happen tomorrow. So Mnangagwa and Chiwenga are going to meet for the first time, face to face, after their heated meeting, which took place last month. So the relationship between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga has deteriorated after this meeting, where Chiwenga has presented a dossier and he has also asked for the arrest of Wiknau, Tagwirei, Tungwarara, and Scott Sakupanya. He has asked for their arrest. Nothing has happened, so no one has been arrested. And not only that, Mnangagwa has even brought Wiknau closer. So last week, we saw Mnangagwa bringing Wiknau to a meeting at the airport, and this has angered the generals. The generals are very angry, and most of them no longer trust Mnangagwa to do anything that has their interests at heart. And it has been reported that the cars that they were given, most of the generals, most of the army officials are not using those cars because they believe that those cars are being tracked. And if they're moving around, not only are they bugged, probably they're also being checked or centrally looked at to see who is moving in which direction. So we're looking at this morning, we observe how Chiwenga and Mnangagwa are going to interact. But tomorrow, behind the scenes, because Mnangagwa has been refusing to meet with Chiwenga, tomorrow he's being forced because there's a Politiburo meeting, which is going to be held tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, they are going to meet at the Central Committee of ZANU-PF. This is all being done as part of the annual National People's Conference of ZANU-PF. So Monday today, they are going to do the burial. Tuesday, Politiburo. Wednesday, they are going to do the Central Committee. And then Thursday, all the delegates are going to arrive at Mutare. And then Friday, people are leaving. So the most important day is Thursday and Friday, when we see the protest taking place also at the same time, depending on whether resolution number 1 is passed or not. Remember, resolution number 1 says 2030. So what they're expected to do is to pass a resolution which says 2035. So that is going to happen on Thursday. And don't take this lightly. It's very, very important because Mnangagwa is being investigated at the same time with people like Scott, Tungwarara, all those people that are working with him. There is an actual investigation which was started, which is why Obet Mpofu was fired, because that investigation is ongoing within ZANU-PF at the Politiburo level. They have to eventually report on what was presented by Chiwenga. So the two men are at loggerheads. They're fighting each other, as I say, like a cat and a dog. So the two are fighting each other like a cat and a dog. So I think we've covered it. I don't want to say more because I'm going to be back here very soon within the next 3 hours. And I've been working. You've seen me so many times here. It's been crazy how many times I've been here since yesterday. Now let's quickly go to news. I want to start with the things that are happening around us. And let's start with Namibia for a change. In fact, let's start with the events. So today the World Bank and IMF seminars are starting. So that is the annual meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund are starting today. We'll be covering those. I'll give you updates as they happen. Very important economically to see what is happening across our region. Then Farai Jere, a popular soccer administrator, has been awarded the contract to supply water to Harare, and he's got pipes that cover almost 1,000 kilometers that you can see here. So if you are in Harare, your water is going to be supplied by Mr. Farai Jere. As you can see over here, he's got a company called Helcro, and that is how your water is going to be supplied. I don't know how you got the tender, but that is how it is right now. And then ZANU-PF has been threatening people very badly with the death. So you can see if you go to ZANU-PF platforms, all of them, they are threatening people with the death. If you try to protest, they are saying they're going to kill you. It's all over. Almost every ZANU-PF platform is showing threats of death for anyone who's going to protest. So what I suggest to you on Friday, if you've got children, lock them up. If you've got a wife, tell them to work from home. If you've got your employees, work from home. Only those people that can stand the heat must go. So don't say that you take your kids to Robert Mugabe Square. Let the adults go over there, not you. You are not able to run as fast as you can. So let the adults go, not you. And then let's quickly look at other things that have happened. Namibia is amazing. So South African press is reporting that Namibia has discovered massive oil deposits. So these have been discovered by Total Energies, and it is estimated that by 2035, Namibia will be the 15th largest producer of oil. So that is a discovery, and South African companies are being asked to take advantage of these discoveries in Namibia. So Namibia are doing very well with a very small population. Namibia has got a very small population. There are more Zimbabweans in Namibia than Namibians. That is how crazy it is. So Namibia are doing very, very well, and we're going to see how they do it. Then the H Metro newspaper is reporting that Mrape, a former footballer, has been ordered to apologize to Walter Musanu, another footballer, after he issued a defamatory message in WhatsApp groups. So you can go and look at H Metro newspaper. Mrape being ordered by a court to apologize for making defamatory statements. Very dangerous statements that he made, which I can't repeat here. I don't want to be made to apologize in a national newspaper like Mrape has been asked to do. Let's see what else. Siren Mission, Chronicle newspaper, is covering Siren Mission. There's been an invasion of the farm of Siren Mission School. So people from all over the country are going to the school to invade the farm and build houses. For example, people are building these structures here in the massive farm, which is owned by the school, which was being used to obviously feed the school. But they've been invading it and parceling out land to each other as Siren Mission. So that is very sad. And here is Tourism Fubu talking about it. You can go and check out the story in the Chronicle newspaper. Right, I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover regarding that. And then let's go to business. As I said, IMF and World Bank are meeting today. They're having what we call annual meetings. And then Discam and Capitec Bank have partnered to a new rewards program. So if you are in South Africa, on the 21st of October, you'll be able to join the rewards program of Capitec and the Discam. The rewards programs in this country are amazing. I think all my gadgets that I bought them through eBucks. So amazing stuff that is taking place over here. So let's quickly go to South African newspapers. Let's start with the Sowetan. I haven't had a chance to look at these newspapers. I've been so busy today. So let's see what is happening in the Sowetan, and then we'll be wrapping up. Because as I said, today we've got a lot to do. We've got a full day today. So let's look at what is in the Sowetan. So the Sowetan is saying, how things starving children shame, and then suspected cable thief electrocuted, And then what else do we have here? Hundreds. Rough lawyer lives high life as victims suffer. So that is the usual stuff that is here in the newspaper. Nothing new really. Today we're going to continue with all the things that is happening in at the Mnangagwa Commission. And then the Nakapavai prep is very important. So what is going to happen is that if you want to protect yourself from HIV, from January in Zimbabwe and from around February, April in South Africa, you'll be able to take one injection. You'll be able to protect yourself for 6 months. So you only take it twice a year. This injection used to cost $25,000. In fact, it used to be as high as $20,000 every 6 months. It's now costing very little. And in South Africa, from April, you'll be able to go and get an injection and to protect yourself from HIV. So I'm encouraging all you guys to do it. There's no need for you to get HIV anymore. So you go over there whenever it starts being rolled out in Zimbabwe, which is in January, you get a jab. And right now, if you are at high risk, you can still go. There's one which you take for 30 days. So once every 30 days, you get an injection and you never ever catch HIV because those things are 100% effective. So for now, there's a 30-day one. In South Africa, you easily just walk into the clinics and they'll jab you, and it doesn't cost much. I think it's like 500 rands for every 30 days. And I think in public clinics, it's even free. So there's no reason for you to get HIV. And then let's go to other newspapers. I'm going to now go to the Star newspaper. And then I'm looking at the comments. I'm going to come to your comments, guys. I know, Kuti, you want me to address the issue of Chiwenga and the fight that is broken out yesterday. There is a big problem between Chiwenga and the Nyokama Bunu groups. And it's terrible. Things will never work. The way things are right now, things will never work. We need Jesus. So let's look at this newspaper. Ramaphosa denies ties to Tembisa looting suspect. So that is the big story here. And then let's see what else is here. UNISA defends support of National Dialogue launch. Suspended police boss Shadrack Sibia is going to be facing MPs today. So everything else which is available, I'll give it to you. And then let's go to the Herald newspaper of Zimbabwe. So Herald Zimbabwe is one of the biggest newspapers in Harare and very consistent at publishing. So let's see what they're saying today. Best of the best, Zimbabwe ranked top travel destination in the world. I do agree. Zimbabwe is amazing. When you get a chance, go to Zimbabwe. And then Chiwenga has told Mine Entra last week and has encouraged railways, mining companies, core mining companies to work together and fix the road and rail from Wange to Bulawayo and also all the way to Bedbridge. So you can go and check out that speech. And as I said, the ZANU-PF Annual National People's Conference starting today. Tomorrow, Mnangagwa meeting with Chiwenga. And on Wednesday, the Central Committee of ZANU-PF meeting. And then Thursday, all the delegates arriving. And finally, you're going to get all the resolutions by Friday morning and the protests on Friday. And Sekuru Masuka over here, you can see him giving some gifts together with Mfundo. So this is Mfundo Ngube. And then Minister Albert Nguluve at Godini Agricultural College on Friday. So Godini Agricultural College is across from Zingwane High School. I went to Zingwane High School, and every time when I was going to school, I would pass Godini Agricultural College. So it's amazing. We went across here. Most of the agriculture is done here. So there's Godini, and then Escoveni, and then there's Havane. This place is amazing. And then there's Falcon College around there. So the guys in Bulawayo, you know these places. the people who used to live in this place, they used to be the biggest farmers in the world. You had bananas, oranges, maize. I don't know what they've done to it, but it's no longer the same. So amazing area, Mzimwana High School, and it's just 40 kilometers from Bulawayo. So Sekrumasuka over there at S. Godini Agricultural College and issuing some prize giving. Zimbabwe has got so many colleges, and what is happening is that everyone is graduating. So you saw a School of Mines, you saw Manicaland, NAST, UZ, all these people are graduating and none is working, no jobs in the economy. So this needs to be fixed, and we're going to fix it. M31, Gambakwe 2028, Siangena. Let's see if I've left anything else here that I need to cover. Chronicle, we've looked at it. Finally, the Sunday News newspaper has acknowledged the death of the MP who passed away last week. And it was said to see the newspapers in Bulawayo having to be begged to cover the death of the MP, but they've eventually done it. And then let's see if there's anything else I need to cover here that I haven't covered. Yes, let's look at our bloggers. Guys, I've got two of my favorite bloggers that have published this week. So you know that I love Rangampov. She's amazing. She is now in the United States of America. She's moved from China. So Rangampov is now studying a master's in accountancy in Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, she is in Atlanta. So she is showing us her journey in the USA, and she is amazing. Go check her out. Rangampov doing very, very well over there after moving from China. And I think she'll find it very difficult to adjust in America because China's buildings and surroundings are well built so well, and it will be hard to adjust. America is very, very expensive. So go check out Rangampov in America. And then other person that will follow, Millie Tsitsi, she is in China. So she has posted, go check it out. She's been moving around a lot. So those are the people we follow. Now let's go to our people that is on Facebook. And we're going to quickly look at, let's start with President Dumaboko. So I want to look at President Dumaboko. What has he said today? So President Dumaboko hasn't posted. On Sunday, I think he's taking a break after traveling to Namibia. So this is taking so long to open. Yes, President Dumaboko hasn't posted. President Hakainde Hichilema, as usual, he posts every single day. And let's see what he's saying here. Look at this beautiful building. Let me share with you so that you can see what I'm looking at. So President Hakainde Hichilema is facing an election next year. And the next year is just around the corner. Guys, we are almost in the next year. Look at this building, how beautiful it is. So that is President Hakainde Hichilema here. Do you see how beautiful this building is? So let's look at what he's saying about it. So he says, fellow citizens, this afternoon we held a meeting with our UPND leaders drawn from all districts of Lusaka province at Mulungushi Conference Center. Our main message was the call for continued peace, unity, and focus on national development centered around discipline. So that is the party that is in charge in Zambia, the party of President Hakainde Hichilema. Amazing party, amazing job. And you can see they're so organized. I like it. This is so much discipline. Look at that. Amazing stuff. UPND, powerful political party. I like it. We can learn a lot from these guys. And then let's look at Minnie. Minnie has posted an interesting picture. It's got people talking. So let me look at it. Let me show you. That is congratulations to the young lady here. So you can see this picture. And then let me show you what is said. Congratulations to Honorable Miss Tendai Chiwenga, Deputy Minister of Youth, Junior Parliament, for joining Agnes and Alois Guild today. We are super proud of you. So that is young Tendai Chiwenga over here. So go check it out on her profile. And then Chido Sanyatwe. Obviously, I don't want to say a lot, but a lot is happening here. So you can see here, she is, and her husband. These two are campaigning. They are going to come. Eventually, you are going to see them. They're going to come, and you're going to see them in 2028. It's going to be a drama. A big drama is taking place right now, with Manicaland popping up and appearing on the horizon. Are we going to have a president from Manicaland? That is the question. And then you can see Madam Boss here showing some awards. Who is the winner? Africa Indigenous Gospel Music Artist of the Year, Winnie Mashaba, Janet Chinyere, Sarah, Dokas, Asgui. Of all the people on this screen, I have never listened to any of their songs. So that is crazy. I'm going to start watching their songs because Madam Boss has shown it. And then she's obviously showing off. I think she's promoting this award, Africa Gospel Show of the Year. That is Madam Boss. Go check it over there. I think it's sponsored by Shirikats. That is why she's talking about it, about this whole thing, because it's sponsored by someone that also sponsors her. So guys, I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Today, I will give you an update. Later on today, I'll give you an update on what we're talking about. You must not be a person with no funeral policy, wherever you are. United States, New Zealand, all these countries, you must have a funeral policy. I know most of you don't know where to buy and how to do it. So I'm going to be helping you. We don't want, by the end of this year, we want everyone to have a funeral policy. We don't want this thing, if someone dies, you are looking for a GoFund. So we're going to talk to the guys who are in this space and make sure that you have a funeral policy. And if something happened to you, you know who to call. And the process is easy and seamless. So I'm going to make it happen for you. We're going to go out and make it work. In terms of inthe, please buy your order. That is our sponsor, inthe. Buy your packet, and we'll throw in a gift of Mazondo spice. We still have some, but everything is going to be finishing very soon. We're on our last packets. So we're just trying to wrap up everything. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. It's been a busy week. So let me take a break now, and we'll give you other updates throughout the day. I would like to thank everyone for watching. Let's look at the comments. Gambakwe 2028. Yes, Zvaka Broker. Zvaka Broker. Mukavotera vanhu vasina plan. Munofa nenzara. So Gambakwe is going to be entering the political space. As you are aware, I am from Bulawayo. Originally, that is my constituencies in Bulawayo. So there's something we're working on so that we can start a process. Now, remember, I will be starting to move back to Zimbabwe in December. So for good, I'll be now settled in Harare so that we can start our campaign. We are going to have the youngest president that we've ever seen, and a president with a plan. So just wait 1 more month, October and November, we'll give you updates on how we're going to be working. We are going to win the elections. We are going to have a stable country. At the moment, there's so much instability. Mnangagwa and Chiwenga, they are fighting each other every day. And it's causing us so many problems. Do you think an investor will come to a country where they don't know what is going to happen? So there's no stability. I've written to Mnangagwa and says, let's have national dialogue. Bring everyone together. And you can see that people will say, let's put Chiwenga. And then other people are going to come and say, we don't want Chiwenga. Yesterday, we've seen this confusion. So when Chiwenga comes in, the issues that are underlying are going to come because people are just selfish. And sometimes you don't even know if people are fighting Mnangagwa for genuine reason or they also want to get in. So what we want to do is to have national dialogue. Our plan, and that is the Gambakwe 2028 plan, is based on devolution. Let each region and province do its own thing. And then the central government is not going to be so much of a problem. At the moment, everyone is fighting at the center. So my promise is that we're going to implement devolution to the largest extent possible so that each region, each province Each and every province will have its own budget, and we want success. We want the provinces to compete with each other and do well. Our country is not doing well because of centralization of power at the center, and that is crazy. We don't like it. President Gambakwe, yes, President Gambakwe, the man of the people. Let's look at Chamisa. Ariere Chamisa Hanue. Ariere Chamisa. Let's go and look at the Chamisa. Chamisa is my homeboy. Great love for Chamisa, but he mustn't contest in 2028. He has had his chance, and at the moment, we want a new president. Love and delight to you all. A blessed Sunday. That is what Chamisa is saying on his Twitter. Chamisa is not launching anything. I've told you guys in the past, he's not launching. It's better to focus on Gambakwe. All right, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. And remember, what I'm doing here is for you guys to do well. If you're in the army, we've got a plan for you. Military plan the city. If you're a nurse, if you're a teacher, if you're in intelligence, all these guys got a plan for you. We don't want a country where, when this generation is gone, remember Mnangagwa and his generation, they are in their last days. Mnangagwa is, how old is Mnangagwa? No, 1994. Mnangagwa is in his last term. No matter how people say 2035, 20 what, it's not going to happen. I am sitting here today, 13 October 2025. Mnangagwa is not going to go for up to 2030. I've seen it already in the spirit. Mnangagwa is not going to 2030. Some Nkosi. Thank you very much. 87. So there's no way Mnangagwa is going to go to 2030. At 90, you'll be needing to rest. What we need to do is to bring in a new generation of leaders so that they can take over, and with respect to Mnangagwa. So we don't want Mnangagwa to feel like if he leaves office, he won't be taken care of. We're going to take care of Mnangagwa. I promise that we're going to have blanket amnesty for everybody. We're going to make sure that no one is going to get arrested. We don't want a country of arresting and fighting each other. We don't want that. So my plan is that everyone is going to be allowed to go their way. But what we're going to do is going to be so well, and we're going to create a country which are going to be proud of. As I said yesterday, when we were talking about the Chinese investors are very important. I've seen people trying to whip up emotions around the Chinese and also the deal that had been reached with the family of the young man who was killed. So the Chinese have paid compensation of $6,500 to a young man who was killed by a foreman at a mine, a gold mine. When it comes to embassies, there is no person that knows what happens like me, because every day I watch things happen here. So even here in South Africa, things happen because embassies are countries in a country. So a thing can happen, and sometimes you don't like the outcome. In the particular case of my Chinese investors, the control needs to come from the government. So the rules need to come from the government. And when Chinese investors come into the country, they must be given rules so that you say, this is how we operate, and then those rules must be enforced so that people don't take it in their own hands to say, now we're enforcing. So it's not everyone's job to go to an embassy and say, this is what you're supposed to do, or to go to an investor and say, this is what you're supposed to do. There must be stability when you are dealing with investors. Just like me, you can't come to my company and tell me what to do, or you go to Gambakwe and arrest him, or you go to another person and arrest him, or to Wopo. Those are the kind of things that make your country unstable. And we need to fix our country so that it does well, and people see us as people who respect the rule of law. They can take in their money, and they can take out their money. Right, I think I'm going to go for my run. Guys, you can see, Kuti, my workout is working. I like my new workout. I got runs, so I do running. I do 2 workouts on top of my running a day, and it's working. So I like it. And as I said to you guys, all of the guys here, you must take when this injection comes out, the PrEP, you must take it so that we don't want anyone. By 2030, according to estimation, there will be only 2% of the people with HIV. So what is going to happen is next year, because of the injection, the PrEP, there will be a dramatic drop of HIV rates in Africa. So it is estimated that by 2030, only 2% of the people will have HIV. Currently in Zimbabwe, the HIV rate ranges between 18% and 50%. So among women, especially the older women, it's around 50%. Especially, I showed you last year what they did when they tested at the clinics at Bulawayo. And I think when they tested also at Harare, there was a massive jump among the older women above 40. So we need to fix that so that the women below around 18, 16 there, that is where the biggest infection is taking place. We need to sort it out. So encourage people, and when the opportunity comes, let's make sure that we're all healthy and do very, very well. So in the next 2 hours, I'll be back here, the burial of Mpandasekwa, Mujeri, Victor. We're going to see that today, and I'll be covering that where possible, because remember, we don't have people on the ground. However, by December, I'll be on the ground, and you guys will be able to see me in Harare. So that is going to be my new base, and we're going to do very, very well. We're going to campaign against Chiwenga. We're going to campaign against Chamisa, and they're going to lose. You're going to see Chiwenga losing against Gambakwe. You're going to see Chamisa losing against Gambakwe. We need elections. I believe in elections. I don't want us to think that we must have a coup, we must have a demonstration. Those are not my things. Right now, we're almost at election time. Let's get ready for the election. If people in ZANU are fighting each other, you are not a member of ZANU. Don't be so invested in what is happening in ZANU-PF. You are not a member of ZANU. So don't just run around saying, hey, Mchangwa is better, Sanyatwe is better, Chiwenga is better. It's not about you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's their own problem, that side. So move away from being a ZANU-PF analyst. Leave that to the journalist. Chaga baba wako Chamisa. Ausi baba wako. Chamisa, Zinzoro. Chamisa, boy wangu. Chamisa, urukupedza vanhu nenzara. Nezvima vhesi. I think we need to make sure that Chamisa retires. And look at what has happened. Ostalo zakapawa mota, akaenda. Chibaya akapawa mota, akaenda. Guys, unopoka fortuna wakutosiya politics. Politics is your future. Don't run away from politics because of fortuna. What is fortuna? That's nothing. I drive a battered 1988 Toyota Etios. And I don't even drive it. I only drive it once a week. So why do I need a car? You see, the problem in our politics is we don't have money. There's no money in our politics. People need to put money in our politics. Our millionaires, our billionaires need to put money in our politics so that we can challenge one with ZANU. Because, you know, if someone goes to Zimbabwe, your politician is given a 20,000 and they quit. Your representative quits because they've been given 50,000 or 20,000. You need them to have so much money. A presidential candidate like Gambakwe. If I stop what I'm doing now, do you know how many years it will take to get another person like Gambakwe? It will take years and years. So you need to support the politicians in the opposition so that we can defeat ZANU-PF and do very, very well. All right. Why can't you broadcast for at least a week without mentioning ZANU-PF, Chamisa, or any other political? How is that possible? The purpose of having a platform like this is to make use of it. So we're going to use it and we're going to do so well. And do you see people like Chiwenga? You like them. What Chiwenga is doing right now is great in terms of bringing attention to corruption. But it's not enough. What we need is to our country to do well. So when we say let's fix the rail, we're going to fix the rail. When we say let's build 160 tons, we're going to build 160 tons. Guys, we're going to deliver. We don't want you guys not to have houses. Do you think where you're working right now, you're going to build a house? Let's say you're 50. Where are you going to get money to build a house? So we're going to give you a house. We're going to give you a 3-bedroom house. We're going to make sure that you've got a car. We're going to make sure that you've got good roads. And we're going to make sure, especially the civil servants. I've got so much love for civil servants. You saw what they're building. This kind of house, you can build it with the civil servant salary. And they're showing this, it's called the road maintenance camps that they're building. You can never have a house like that in Zimbabwe with your salary of $200, $300. So we're going to make it happen, and we're going to create so much employment. That is what we're going to do. And myself will be there within the next 2 months. We're going to do so well. Zimbabwe is a lovely country, and let's make it happen. Let's make it do very, very well. All right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I think I've covered everything. I'll see you guys later within the next 2 hours. And if you want to get in touch, especially the sponsors and the funders, WhatsApp us, talk to us. We're going to do all together, but we can't do it without you guys. We need the support of all the guys that can support a campaign, but we'll do it. No doubt about it. Thank you very much for watching, and a good day to you all.